Howdy toddy everybody, this is Tommy with Colonel Rev Scale Models coming at you with a final reveal for my 2021 Bandai group build hosted by Daniel, Munchkin Modeling Man72. So first, thanks again Daniel for hosting this group build again this year. It's one of my two favorites, that with the eggplane group build. This is my BB Sensei, I think it's like Moon Cavalry or something like. It's hard to translate it. This kit is like from 2006, so it's all in Japanese. So using my Google Translator, it tells me that's Moon Cavalry something, but who really knows? I've kind of been referring to him as my my Christmas Gundam, because once I started doing the detail painting on it, it's, as you can see, red and green, and it kind of reminded me of Christmas. So anyway, this is like the first Gundam that I've actually built and painted, using, painted the details and stuff. I haven't panel lined the whole thing yet. I did a little bit of panel lining on his helmet. And I don't know if you can get in there and see it, but I got some smaller black markers that are 0.2 millimeters. No, excuse me, 0.03 millimeter and 0.05 millimeter to get into those crevices, and they actually are so tiny that they'll actually fit in there. So I was just kind of experimenting on it when I was waiting for stuff to dry, but I did a little bit on that. Obviously, I only rattle canned this one. I did a little bit of airbrushing. That was just to touch up a couple of things that I'd messed up, but the brown is a Model Master. I think it's dark tan. The greens, the kit was green. The kit horse was also tan, but I painted him that brown color. That's Krylon is the red, just Krylon red, and then there's another Krylon rattle can that's some more green. I detailed, as you can see, well look, I think I missed a couple right there. I used a gold, it's not a Sharpie, but a paint pen, and did all of the details with the gold dots. I hand detailed that. That's the raised edge on the plastic, and so I just carefully went all the way around and using that gold marker with the paint, like with a paint brush tip. Just kind of let it flow on there, and it did pretty well. When you get really close, I mean, you can see it's not perfect, but I didn't want to try to go and mask. Everything else that is detail painted on the head, this horse mane was a nightmare, as was the bridle. This was all masked off with Tamiya masking tape, and then this was all detail painted. So the saddle is red. It's glossy. I did make this one a little bit softer, more of a flat color, but I really wish I would have just taken the time to airbrush a lot of it. And I haven't put any type of clear coat on it or anything. I'm just going to kind of leave it as it is, and I'll probably go back, and as you can see, some of the lines and marks like you do on Gundams, you do all those lines with the panel liner. There are stickers still on the kit. A lot of, like his shoes, things like that, would have been stickers. I left the stickers on the helmet and the visor. This also is a sticker, although technically that could have been painted. This is all painted with the marker, or no, I think I did rattle can that gold. The flag is cut out from the actual instructions, and I just double-sided taped in the middle to keep it together, and then it comes with a sticker that wraps around the pole. This is had all been taped off and spray painted, and then I put the silver on the edges of the battle axe there. The rope is kind of helping hold him onto the saddle because he doesn't really sit on it properly because his shoes are too big to fit in the saddle. So that's holding him in place, which is why he's not exactly perfectly, sitting on it like he's really riding. You can see there's like the way it's made, there's like sections between, there's gaps in between the horse's legs and the actual body, but that's built in. There's nothing you can do about that. But like I said, all this was just taped off and rattle can spray painted really quick. The horse is actually, like I said, it's a flat color because it's a desert color. And then the Krylon were obviously gloss paint. So I did not go back and try to flat coat anything. So I'm just going to leave it like it is, like I said. But everything is detailed. I painted it to match the box art as best I could. And I'm pretty happy with it. I think the thing I'm most happy with is just the experimenting with the little gold tipped paint pens and with the new panel liner pens. I thought that really went well. It actually went together really well. There is a nasty gap where the mane doesn't go together because these two halves of the face of the horse, the head of the horse, they go together. So the seam that is run down all the way down the middle of the horse. So they fit together like a good Bandai kit does, but being an older one, there is some seams, and I wasn't going to go back and try to get them all out. But overall, I think he turned out really well. I'm pretty pleased with this one. Just the fact that I was able to experiment with some of the paints, and it was a lot of masking and taping off. But definitely next time when I do that, I will airbrush, because there's just you get a little bit of bleed through, you get a little bit of paint buildup on those edges. Even as thin as, to me, a paint is, that, you know, the rattle can is just too much paint in too small of an area. And like I said, I left the stickers. There's a little bit of a sticker on his front. When it comes around, I'll show you. That's also a sticker, because you can see some of the intricate work on his visor here. There was no way I was going to try to replicate that with just masking off, and even with the paint pens, it would have been difficult. As you can see, if I can get in there, you can see how detailed that visor is. And then that in his front right there. So that's I painted that with a brush. I painted his legs with a brush. That's Tamiya Flat Earth, I think, to kind of match almost the horse color, which comes pretty close. You really can't tell from a distance. And then pointing out, because I'm going to be honest, I did forget to paint that side and that side of the little bit of a strap that should be green. And I told myself, oh, I can go back and do that before I put him together. But then I forgot. So then I got him together, and that's when I put him together and put the legs on and squeeze it all together and did all that, and I realized, oh, I forgot to do that, and I wasn't gonna go back and try to fix it. So I'm gonna mark him as done. Like I said, I might go back and panel line it, but overall I'm pretty pleased with him. My little Christmas cavalry guy. Technically he's a bad guy, but he is damn cool looking, I think. And I have no clue what that flag says. But like I said, it was a fun build. I really enjoyed it. And again, kudos to Daniel for putting on this group build again. Like I said, it's one of my favorite ones. I love the Bandai kits, even these older ones. So there she is, guys. My next update will be either the space station, which is technically finished. I'm working on where I'm going to display it. And the egg plane should be rolling out soon. He's out of camouflage and darn near ready for a final assembly. Just a little bit of detail work on that, and it'll be done. So I'll try to get 3 things finished this month. That'd be a miracle. All right, I'm rambling now. So anyway, as always, guys out there, be safe. Follow protocols if you can, when you can. And as always, hotty toddy, and God bless.